And the last value that I share with you, if I talk about this movie, and certainly the caliber, again, of the warrior that I worked with and served with and led and was led by, they were all dutiful men. They were doing the right thing always, plain and simple. You do your job when it's hard. You do the right thing, the easy, the hard right over the easy wrong, all that cliched stuff. But they did it. They were committed to this noble cause that they were handed. I mean, that's duty. And a lot of folks think, wow, I can't believe, why did you stay out in the city while the helicopter was down, and why we lost more guys trying to get to the crash site, and I mean, it's a nonsensical argument to somebody that is not dutiful. But for those of us that know that ethos, there's no other consideration. So it's important, obviously, for our young folks here and for all of us that wore a uniform to continually press that ideal and that value of duty, to everybody. And I can't think of a better definition about duty than the one I heard from General Garrison. General Garrison was the task force commander, 2-star general, a phenomenal warrior. Some of you all, I'm pretty sure, have worked with or know of. And we had a fallen comrades memorial before we left Somalia. And you go and as many of you veterans know, very moving experience to say goodbye to your fallen comrades, and they're just gut-wrenching, to be perfectly honest. And all the commanders stand up and they all give the normal eulogies that commanders give in these things. Unfortunately, if you've gone to enough of them, there's this kind of recurring theme. But General Garrison stands in front, the last one to speak, and he gave the entire Henry V St. Crispin's Day speech, extemporaneously, no notes, just stood up there in front of this whole Special Operations Task Force and told this story. And I tell you, I had never heard it before. I didn't know this story. And the story, if you haven't heard it in a while, I would share with you. The British are getting ready to fight the French at Agincourt. And the morning of the battle, Henry and his XO go out and they do their recon of the battlefield, and they see this French army massed on the other side. And they were outnumbered, 10, 11, 12 to 1. I mean, it's ridiculous odds. And Henry says to, his XO, what do you think we ought to do? And the XO said, of course, we need to leave and run away and we'll fight another day, kind of thing, and that'll be okay. And Henry says, no, that's not in the plan. And we need to stay and fight. We need to do the right thing always. This is noble, this is just, that's what we're here for, and we're gonna do it despite the odds. And then he gives, I think, the greatest definition of duty. And he says, whoever does not have the stomach for this fight, let him depart. Give him money to speed his departure, since we wish not to die in that man's company. Stories you've heard over the last couple of days, the stories you're getting ready to hear, in a couple of minutes are phenomenal. Phenomenal is not even an adjective that describes the duty, this value that these warriors portrayed. And I tell you, folks, it doesn't matter whether it was, our World War II veterans, our Korean veterans, our Vietnam veterans, Grenada, Panama, Somalia, the Balkans, Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever we're going to fight next. The great thing about this gun club that we're a member of, that we're here to talk about, is that this recurring theme of warriors' ethos is filled with these same concepts of selfless service and courage, commitment and duty. You know, that's the great thing about this country. That's the great thing about our Army and our Navy, our Air Force, Marine, our Coast Guard. It's a great thing about all of the veterans, because you all have been doing this your entire life, and I thank you for it. You know, I think we're just about close to being back on time, and I just want to tell you all two things to remember as I take my leave here. And you know, in this day and age when things are bad and the economy's tough and all these, you know, we're bombarded or overwhelmed with bad news all the time. And you think about the guys and gals that you've talked to and you heard from over the last couple of days, and I would just tell you, add one more thing to your kit bag, and you remember this. You know, remember these two mottos from this task force that fought in Somalia in 1993 and kind of help you get through the tough times. And they're very simple. The first one is Night Stalkers don't quit, and Rangers lead the way. God bless you all. Thank you for your time this morning. Safe travels wherever you're headed.